This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
So now I subscribe to my channel. Boadu TV so any. Na my intensimo parliament kakra. Some few days ago, and a Minister of Finance, Amin Adam, okujina mu mrashebedwemu na mid-year budget review what ko tudwa afimu sika yedi sika yasei de dia de pa dia yase no dia ahyegu ne ho kon ba nyina what ko tudwa. In fact okasa wie no na ase wasakofa 2016 2017 no manyina befra ma yekra na bi kasa ho a na Kevin Taylor so no watete ne se wohu na what Kevin Che say wohwe minister na obegina ho ene nsema wokan nyina Ghana for montungu ignore that empty budget review na obeye no bibie enim ebeboa yen na wonde de bia wo ka say MPP ni message o mode Ghana for was say MPP doesn't have a good message how mo best sell it to Ghanaians. What I say tell ukotuma ba omi a watu ama say oh montuma ye na emeto aso ye meto ada so apaje ni de I just say na put in the name word but if our minister ni dia wo kan ye Kevin afa budget no ebu ebi mu edudumu and I just say wa fire wo ho anu de pa ye kutie Kevin Taylor sama wo kade fa media budget ne amanfo bi a wo ho akọ edwemu
ya to about 2020 ya born nipa 82 nipa 8 were shot in Ghana. Now you see the reason why when we sit here we insult your leaders, some of them, and I don't blame the leaders because more awesome hold you accountable. You are foolishly defending foolishness and internet mumu bi muwu to say more. People don't take responsibility for anything. Now these people 2020 elections, they were all at posts. Dan Parry was not IGP then, but now the position and it was the same as an IGP technically. So now we say Dan Parry IGP then when the elections was going on. After he became IGP, what has he done about the men in uniform who were who were seen on camera shooting on armed civilians? What has he done about it? Kandapa was the national security boss and still the national security boss. He is still at post. This man called Ambrose Derry, the interior minister, he was there. People were killed, murdered. Elections 2020, we are in 2024. This idiot still kept his job. Brian Echampon, the murderer, a criminal who paraded himself as an ex-American military officer with some higher rankings. Abraham Nebe who said Petro and an Obu, a criminal like Brian Echampon. 8 people were shot. Brian Echampon still kept his position and today has been made a cabinet minister. This fool. We are talking about Alex Mensah recently and Jimmy Nohon. These people were all at posts. Ayawaso West Wagon. We went all the way to the Yako Techiman South. We went to the north. How people were murdered. You saw policemen and soldiers holding AK-47 firing at Ghanaians. The head of the military is quiet. We live in this country, you tell me people are responsible. People are not responsible. These are foolish people. Now, what is making them more foolish? It is us. Because we don't understand a Jumana. We are not ready to hold them accountable. The buck needs to stop somewhere. Somebody needs to take responsibility. That is why today you see Mahamudu Bawumia walking on the streets of Ghana, foolishly fooling himself because nobody is asking him. Nobody is forcing him to account to the people. He has decided on not to take responsibility for the Nkwasiade. Yet Ghana kronim obiam pese sebio asamusia obeji atum se ono ene di asem nanim a ewo se sebio ode ne ti ebeji kirema. Impenifo dodo mo Ghana dan ye jimifo Now, any citizens near to ono, yet Ghana near sorry, Ghana. How do you build a nation when the leadership is foolish and not ready to take responsibility? Americans, US, Napo mugum, Ghana na, but they hold their leaders accountable. Where is your sense of accountability and responsibility? These people are all murderers because 8 people have been killed. Nobody has been held accountable. The president himself, Kwasiato, so could see cathedral. Achichidie, a Jimmy Fobi Dinechisomo ya sofwo. Onyame na ato ne nsafra achichidie we Kwasiafo. Ya bo Ghana fo ngwatwituo. Nobody is asking for answers. Nobody. Mo amosemo ya sofwo a yenkosi nyame asore dan fo mo nkwasiasem nkotenemu no. Some man ye bo mutu anka mo betena ho abetena TV so keka nkwase asem. These men are not supposed to lead anybody in Ghana. In somebody's land, on somebody's land, people have taken responsibility even though they were not there. This woman could have said she wasn't at the field, but she went home, thought of it and said, this position no enye me dia. So men deliver to the expectation of the people who are paying me. So men because when you go to Congress, the whole American representatives at the Congress, it is a Congress and the Senate say they are not at peace with what happened. It means the American people don't like your job. What do you have to do as a rational human being? Nipa unimu nyansa no. Uko fiena ukoda uyire chia. Ukoda ukune chia. Ati se tiwa. Na unimu nyansa. Obewa kache Ghana for say. Tadi girls me be catch the Ghana for say you nkwara no na ye nim bia nkwara no wo na awofo no nya den omo enka omakoma ntum yim every say ye nkwara na age nkwara no ade achinya ye ku nkwara no na ti wa abo afunu eda ho ti office em ya sama the position mo ya moa na mo pese ye sori ani abetena say yesre mo impenifo omo agimi. I am being blunt. The president, his advisors, the people who basically work with him in cabinet are all foolish. Now, who made this possible? Wo enemy. Ye Jimmy. And yama a Jimmy Phobi. Yama positions. And I'm to Ghana dim kwasi asem. And we still live here. Na yeti ha. Na yeso so kwasi afo so. In the name say obi ye penyini. Ba obi ye penyini no. Penyini di nipa bi wanim emya bobi batuo ekuno. Breadwinner bi ewu. Na Jimmy di biti wo say umu ade. Oto ka say America for de. Omo di omo ni atio, omo chichire omo man. Onyankopon bi amfiri bebi am chichire America o. America for they take decisions. America for edwene. Broni Jimmy you. Onim se position no obi so betumi abefele position no into watwe no ho. What about you are the dankwa? What about Kandapa? What about IGP Dampare? What about Kwasiampe Alex Mensah? What about Brandy Champon and Ambrose Derry? These people are still being hailed by you, the same animals. Yetuminya asofo mo tini omo nsa e won Kwasiafo we so say onyame nhira omo. They need to take responsibility. They have murdered men. They have gone against the law. Na ninyina ye kan ebesi the leadership. The president is a fool. The vice president is the head of the police council. These are foolish people. Who is the advisor to the president? Sama Amena or chief of staff now or Jubilee House. Your friend is a Fremont Parry. What is saying? Is she a kid? She's an old fool. She sees nothing wrong with this. He's not a kid. Doesn't he see what is happening? Is he not an advisor to the president? Why do you think they don't have a problem with this? Because we have entertained foolishness. They are not responsible because they feel say, Jimmy, we are not demanding for responsibility. We are not holding them to the task. We have given these people the free range to fool themselves in the name of so many. And they are destroying this nation every single day. Secret Service Director has resigned in less than 24 hours. She wasn't there. She had deputies she respected and trusted. There was a glitch. Something happened. She has thought through the whole thing. So, oh, nipa onya bua. Yet the young ponche and na omunya positioner. They don't want to leave. Na yenya ahemfo akese wo Ghana so so nkwase asem so. E Jimmy forward, Jimmy na wo say ye busa omo to answer questions and leave their positions no. Na yenya ahemfo ebi mu Jimmy for so so nkwase asem we so wo Ghana. Adentra asimesi de ofrimi krom. Asimesi de metano. Asimesi we de mempelasem. Inti mema nkwase afo na koso say Ghana. That is why we are here. Nobody's taking responsibility. And then Mahamudu Bawumia, the dollar is at 16. He has failed to take responsibility for where the dollar is. This idiot and his slave queen wife were walking on the streets of Ghana telling Ghanaians to say, when the dollar was at 4.3 or so, whatever, 3.8, that was the worst. Yenya, a dirty riffraff. A dirty riffraff. Ni who fin sabolega confirm. Samira Bawumia to me Jina Ghana catch there say, Yenya Jimmy because the dollar is at 3.8. Samira Bawumia enye sebe na nkaye toa kafula ni ntise na akono betuma begina wo a kire de ye nkikire ye man na sifri Chad no huntumago se bolega confirm. These fools were parading on the streets and on TVs in Ghana. We were hailing them. Today the same people have decided not to take responsibility for our woes. Did you listen to the mid-year budget? Did you listen to it? Bro, funny can't be rebenoti asiye. Bro, funny can't no nipa can't shred ya kafa no ho. Eyewo. Amina Adams begina ho kika nkwase asem bro fu bebrebe no. Na o kafa ho wo ba oti asiye. You don't understand. You don't understand the English. Muti kro ni say moa, ene etitim say moa. Ena sa nkwase afo we mba nyina gu aburo chire. Ena bro ni akikire ni kro na obo mo ho ban no mu ko school papa. And then and these old goons, these terrible criminals, don't want to take responsibility for anything. They have no respect for themselves. They have no respect for the Constitution. They have no respect for you, the people there who gave them that power. Because somewhere Jimmy, you will swallow it in the name of Jesus. You fools will go back and swallow it in the name of Jesus. And so more mugua monimu fienfie tuntum te se me obi enu awu Yesu Kristo da mugu wana munantia papa na mugu nkurase sebio enye broni na ye semina kura nka munim semina di dware no obi enu awu Yesu Kristo da na kwase bi bo utuo na o ka cho say in the name of Jesus obesi asore dan. Are you a fool? When Jimmy when we do these things, we want you people to think, and yes, say a time will be. We want you people to move from that analog kind of thinking to this new modern way of thinking, asking questions and demanding reasonable answers. Any question, any answer, make sense. Put that in your head. Some answers are not reasonable. You need reasonable answers. Inti mama politicians when feel say, we are so powerful. We are untouchables. We are nkophobia. This is the United States of America, the greatest country on earth. This woman could have maneuvered her way, find ways, but she knows the people she's dealing with. She knows the power does not belong to her. She knows that somebody gave her that position. She knows there are millions of people who can occupy that position and deliver better. She is rational. She's intelligent. The most important thing, she respects the people. Now, Monko Foye, we were in this country, and Atogbe Afedi said, he has taken some money as a member of Council of State. He believes he does not deserve that money because he did not work for it. And said, I don't want this money. I want to pay it back. We got a dirty riffraff, a thief, a filthy, stinky thief who does drugs like a dog, this Paul Admochi, stood on TV to try and denigrate Togbe Afedi, who fed him and took care of his wedding. Adenya, Togbe has done the right thing. So a dirty riffraff, a drug addict, this Paul Admochi, came on TV to come and insult Togbe Afedi. Are we mad? Then we got people in Ghana sitting in the universities, in the polytechnics, in the so-called whatever bullshit calling themselves intellectuals and PhD stupid holders, defending that nonsense. All because somebody has thought through issues and said, no, mean deserve sika way. Even though I was made a council of state member, this money, I don't have to take it. I'm taking it back. We have a problem with that. Took me afraid for a week. The NPP, led by Paul Adomotri and his group of criminal drug addicts, dirty, stinking, filthy idiots, decided to denigrate the man. All because he said he did not deserve some money. He is being rational. He is trying to respect the taxpayer by rejecting what he thought he did not deserve. It became a topic. The MPP media, the MPP Jubilee House, the MPP full of filthy drug addicts, tribal bigots in Kwasiafuasefo, they started to go after the man. 1, Oya. 2, he does not support MPP. 3, we need to destroy him. This is the kind of country you people live in, like animals. I am being realistic with you. That is why these people are not taking responsibility for anything, because they will get people calling themselves journalists, and at the end of the day, to defend diseases like these. Near to Kromha, 2015, Komna Donko used to be the Minister of Energy. Oshegana Fobo said, Dumsona Astatina, Kofon to man Sano. Kofo betina ho edisika ko ye chain betu nukom se 50 cent entumi anso ano eko ye okumase every weekend ene ma koda ya wentumi anso de ndum so ano no ma ban ya aba no ye be try asolve dum so no. Kobna Donko timing we nya right. Kobna Donko honorably came out and said, I don't want to continue my position as the minister. I have told the president, I promised the president I could not deliver. John Mahamaka said, leave your office. We had an issue with Kobna Donko. The NPP, made up of animal incarnates, said Kobna Donko crossed the bonnet just for stepping away from his office. I say the opposite of Abrofo. I say moi, especially Ghana phobia. I say you dying. I say you dying. Obiya papa. Especially people who support the MPP. No, why do you do good? And then also, you're done here who come not on call are resigning. Obi the general so can say, and no, any political statement. Come not on call resigning quadia. It means the NDC has failed. You're in NDC in dying. People cannot be rational again in Ghana. People cannot look in the face of people and accept responsibility and say, yes, I said this, but I have failed. I want to walk out. We cannot raise our kids to understand at a point. Be responsible for your actions. When people give you to me, it belongs to the people, not you. You see a fool like a Kufuado and his family members. Look at Gabi Otredako. Now what didn't say money? Through politics. See the amount of money this fool and his disease of human beings from Ebusianfo. See what they have done. How they have run this country down. We were in this country. Now I'm saying like Kingston say, or the team echo tournament. Yeah, moana. Like Kingston, the team called tournament. He had only one mission. I need to train these boys. They are young, and I believe as a coach, I also have my vision and principles. My utmost principle or vision here is to make sure boys never win the tournament. You know? He goes to the tournament. He doesn't win the tournament. He comes back home and say, I cannot continue this job. Obiani area say target or set man ho. Lai Kingston became a target. Then we started to insult Lai Kingston. The first time in the history of Ghana, a coach says, I have resigned. It's not like he went into the tournament and left the tournament in the first round. He delivered to the point where he has disappointed himself and he has disappointed the boys. He has disappointed Ghana. And he feels this as a human being, he cannot still lead the team. Like Kingston comes honorably and say, I don't want to be part of this team again. Let another Ghanaian, I believe, is maybe better than me, take over the team. Hey, like Kingston about them. And he didn't see TV so. and ye did Lai Kingston at them. Adenya, yes, Lai Kingston said he has honorably resigned from the team. Ye Jimmy Anna. Like, what do we want? Anything and the MPP for treaty SM Ponche. From 2017 January, basin there, nobody has taken responsibility in this government. No animal in this government has taken responsibility for anything. And basin there, these fools are still blaming Russia-Ukraine war. But this attitude there, these fools walked all the way to meet the Ukrainian president to beg for arms and more. These fools are still blaming COVID-19. They cannot just come out and say we have failed. You are the people. Look at us. We have not delivered. They cannot do that. Kenoforiata, how long did it take Kenoforiata to move from local finance minister to foreign finance minister? To move from the finance ministry to the Jubilee House? Not to resign, to change his office. We are nine. And I am the people you are serving, they need some sense, some little respect. You people have to be responsible a little bit. And you people want the young people coming up to be responsible? We are watching you people. The 22-year-olds, the 23-year-olds, the 25-year-olds, they are watching you irresponsible men. When they get in your position, they are going to do the same thing you are doing because you are not setting any better path for them to follow. And there's no young man in the university, in the polytechnics, in the senior high schools who is thinking of taking responsibility. No more. There's nothing like responsibility, taking responsibility in Ghana. There's nothing like that. Ahemfo are not taking responsibility. We live in this country. Every single place you go, say no chief has taken responsibility for their negligence. Because nobody can walk into any forest without consulting a chief. Before I went to meet to Galamsey, on Hinibia NJ and to say it is their fault. Today, chiefs stand in public, they read statements and pretend as if they know nothing about what they are reading about. Irresponsibility has become the hallmark of the day. For 8 good years, we still sit in Ghana and some foolish people are blaming an ex-president who left power 8 years ago. You're dying. No sense of responsibility. Nobody is accountable to anybody. We live in that country like animals, like dogs. We are licking each other's butt. We are pleasing each other's wound. We live there like we are some bunch of junkies. We have no sense of direction. All because we have been enshrined in our stupid tribalism, stupid politics, stupid religion. So we have become animal. I say more. Who is taking responsibility for what is going on today? You read the budget today. Who is taking responsibility? We read the budget today. Who is taking responsibility? The young people today in Ghana, they are watching. And if there's one thing in Ghana that we don't have, sense of responsibility. Akwarabi in Ghana is your sense of responsibility. Some me kandapa, me he osafumafo, me hwe Ekufuado, me hwe Bawumia, me hwe Omayama Mutumi no, me hwe Eyedian Michael Kwemo, me hwe Kofuomo. Are they taking responsibility for anything? No. The body pan watch it through election time. Nobody was sacked. Nobody resigned. We didn't hold people accountable. A commission was put together. A commission. It has the same powers as a high court. Judges sat down to interrogate people after Ayawaso West Wagon. This twerp, this dwarf, this disease of a political party. A white paper was given to the president, threw it away. We still live in Ghana and saying these monkeys are going to build a church. And so we should all bow down and say God bless them. If that God is blessing these people, that God is a foolish God. If that God is blessing these people, then that God is a foolish God. Because any responsible God will take care of these people. We have been too foolish. We sit in Ghana and then we make people fool around. No law works. Nothing works. Obi to me di bone. Na ya bra so. Because sa nipa no eni se ne bone na wedi no ye kan wasem. These are not responsible men. And who is making them irresponsible? It is us. Yeah, Jimmy. This lady has honorable resigned because the director of the Secret Service in Yakotutu, Pennsylvania. Do you know how big America is? Ghana, we are just 34 million. The number of people who follow Cristiano Ronaldo, who follow Snoop Dogg, the number of people who are following even people like us on social media are more than people in Ghana. It's a hen coop. Yakasa hen coop a yankuko buo. Ghana yankuko buo. And internet for 8 years, people have been killed. None of these people and the other people involved in the killings, nobody has taken responsibility. IGP is still walking around. Dampare is still walking around. Kandapa is walking around. Brandy Champon, the Medra, Ambrose Derry. All these fools are walking on the streets of Ghana. And I saw for Chia Omunsem. I him for Ebu Omumomo. And yet Ghana. And yes, we are honorable my foot. Honorable my foot. Such dirty people. What makes them honorable? Yanti Groma. And same it is some of your concept be. You see, A plus say Onunipo Ku Ahmed Swali. Yantiana, Kennedy Japan cast a damn parini Mipo Ku Ahmed Swali. You see A plus and Mrani Musan questions and Kwasi I didn't want to Ghana. Kennedy Japan on an about Yachia se o Purubino. One TV one caso Onimipo Ku Dampare, Oninipo Ku Ahmed Swali. Why didn't you people bring him in? You are selective about who to question. Do you think Kennedy Japan Kwasi Asamoah TV so kind he will survive that in America? He won't. Baby Nimbagu Esuya de, baby Obeto the dying, baby out in the bush. Do you think the foolishness now oh Jimmy or Ghana say Jimmy no Obetme Jimmy bu America? On to me, on try him po. He will not dare. But Momo Jimmy. These dirty people come there and because Mo Jimmy hey Kennedy they kind of cray, and Hina Kennedy kind of cray. Such a filthy man, and he no kind of cray. So why is he not saying it? Why is the police not calling him for investigations? Mwe Jimmy and some dirty people sitting in Ghana. Sika findi omonya na mwe Jimmy nti na omo intimidate mo. Inti Africa come A plus. Come and help us investigate who killed Ahmed Swali. You've gotten a member of parliament from Congress, from parliament, saying I know and the IGP knows. Ever seen there? Because I'm paying you one friend in Ghana. Jimmy Force also the president. Tribe inti obi the Kennedy echi adan I was Kennedy be the president and moi. Kaka was shot. Police took a bow, aimed and shot. Power okunipa. Police he took a bow. Ewe edra Kaka. Jesus Christ. Kaka. Police took a bow and then aimed at a civilian. Ewe nechi. Police soldier ebu nkotodwe and o'clocking it to no nyabu treno emi ye and no bogan ni tu ebe sinne. Moya moa. I know you sent to one Zongo 7. Ko asantimemu entafo no muguo. Ya bombrantia nsu tuo kwasiafo bi gungo to say MPP for 10 year boa. Ya bow near trimu tuo cold blooded. The vice president is a Muslim like yourself. What the aswase de kwasia to was we MPP ni. The next day on the bow batrimu tuo. And amuguo na bi mu Jimmy. Adanya politics inti. They are treating you people like dogs at the same preko. You cannot speak for your own people. Mahamudu Bawumia to date, as the head of the police council, has not spoken about the Zongo 7. Remember Tinanamenye, please. Oh God, he's old. I cannot save you. You need to save yourself. Zongo 7 only say Bomutu. No. There are pictures on the internet. Young boys with Samira Bawumia, Mahamudu Bawumia. They are NPP in and out. They turn around and murdered them. Yeni Zongo from Benivo. Oko asantimema Zongo ahimfuniwo. They are quiet because dirty politics. Now Allah, in his own wisdom, the omnipotent, Allah the merciful, he will strike every one of you guys. I am not spiritually inclined. And I will never sit here and make another man feel say I am better than that person. But one thing that I will not take from you, or I will not lie to you about, I'll let you know the truth. May say Allah in his own wisdom, the Allah we all worship, the omnipotent Allah, the Allah we all believe in. Most some penifona, you know the truth and you are keeping it in the Zongo communities. Wallahi, you people will die like pigs in the name of politics. People have been murdered, and you people think it's a joke. You people think it's funny. It's politics as usual. Yang bra braso, yang kataso, na yang koyenim. The dead will speak, and they will speak in a way that we, the living, will hear. The dead will speak, and they will speak in a way that we, the living, we will hear. And do you know how to hear the voice of the dead? You have to be dead to understand the dead. Motete Ghana nkwasiade. Today, omwa no so muyem penifo enyansafo omwa no do Ghana 6-8 years ago, and the nyina ndo Ghana biem. Reverend Mate Owain enyansafo mo he na yen hu bi da. We thought these people loved Ghana. Mensa Otabolo Owain. Do business with men. Do business. Play on the conscience of young men and women. Use them to take care of yourself. You are human. Matna Ghana. Yatna Ghana. People have decided not to take responsibility for anything. We have lost lives. Meno kasana ji yewo oba tembia ohweme osu won yam Kevin Akansem boy bi near friend Donko said the nkransa. Police for kofa no young man omo kunu okwan so. Mokai said Donko said the Ghana police ya kofa brantie no. They just murdered the young man. They be sitting there, nothing. Ne maami anadwe bi ohweme osu won yam. Every bitter tear that comes from this woman, it's a curse on you people. She believed in Ghana. She believed in this country. She had hope. She believed that where I live, at least I am not an animal. The system will protect me. Albert Donko, thank you very much. He was murdered. Yakata Sonia can't hear so. It's not Ghana. We kill people. People love this nation. Young people with their hearts. They sleep. They can't sleep. Omo no masay Ghana. Until Professor Ademo, omo enkwasiafo osi o mi muade. Where Jimmy? Or education is though. What Mahama was saying. Diana Mahama ekano. Sankeni ni edi swa ankende nkwasiafo free SHS we nanke ehu. Papa we not ho. He was listening. San nkwasiafo ma no ho and sanga sa bola bed no we mu na say Ghana. Professor Ade, he omo amotiti TV so nyina keka nkwasiasem nyade we there where Mahama was telling them that free SHS we need to do it progressively. Where 2012 Odi president we no osa call back to the people to tell them DNA yenya first and almost say infrastructure first. Sa ejimi fo we nyina tete Ghana ne so omo afudwene. Inti mema ye nka omo asem. After listening to this, these fools calling themselves intellectuals mounted stages and told Ghana for say Ekufuado the free SHS ababu nyina mokoto abama Ekufuado. The details that was going to make the free SHS possible, no, they took it away. They used their stupid, dirty tribal stupidity to sit on it. And no more tribal politics. Free SHS, free SHS. Obi said, let's do it progressively. Merci. In Penfua, so we say me deep in Libya tema with Jimmy and yes, metano and past records. Dear why and the year did yeah just suppose and the watching also with Jimmy. Hey, who's our professor there? Money uncle from TTV so Kofi Bent money are there. They are foolish people. Bernard Avle, he was there, he was moderating this. Today, Bernard Avle, Otna Radio, so he cannot emphatically say the John Mahama approach is better than this. Ultiminka, the confiance big pen to work a kwasiasem. Almost around a part of a cabrofu, siabrofubi, no masori ko. Tell the people the truth. I was there. And when I was there, I asked John Mahama about free SHS and how he's going to implement it. These were his words. I am putting it side by side with what is happening today. I think John Mahama was right. And I believe that John Mahama, if we follow his idea, the free SHS that we all want, the quality free SHS and progressive one, no, we will get it. That's all. You as a journalist, that's what you do. In Kwasiafo, they are still asking questions. They are still sitting there and speaking grammar, making it look like Obia on to minka Kwasiabrofubia Nimunyansa. You were there, you Benadable, you were there. You questioned the guy. The guy gave you the answer. Today, pick this answer and then put it side by side with what we are implementing. You are human, you are Ghanaian. Your future of your kids, it's hanging. It is hanging. It is today, no crebe cano and secure in future. Wow, 5. You Benadable, Umba 5. So if today you speak the truth, you let people know that I've been doing this job for some time. I've interviewed all these people, but as a Ghanaian too, because we are journalists out to Aba, we are journalists out to your school fees, we are journalists out to school. As a Ghanaian and as a parent, I believe from my experience and my interaction with these people, no, what John Mahama said in 2012 compared to what we are seeing today, I believe you are a Ghanaian first. My journalist into Moya Ghana for being o concept pen. What it's a Ghana and Kwasiafo from journalist no more dada among Azuri, Jimmy. Obetro thesis tin Kwasiato. Tenya Boa Azuri. One of the biggest liars in Ghana, parading on the streets of Ghana. Kwasiemi so ratama word and Azuri. Onye Juma Papa Bia. Sabueno. Ope Kromfo journalist or Kromfo Azuri. Sabueno. Ye Jimmy wa Ghana ntra. Ye Jimmy na Azuri. Credibility Beno, since the Sokwa report is confirmed too, has he been able to come to clean himself up? This is a dirty guy, a dirty riffraff. 10-year boy, and the Onitina Sada say Azuri. Nanko Samuchini Bunikom, Kwasiato, Nenamgana. They are writing thesis, free SHS, Abua Azuri Menini Jano. I know Mumu say Yankwara. I never say Azuri Menini Jano. Small boy, Jimmy. Gabi muna mani sika Kwasia report and the Azuri na obechire yeni what free SHS is abuofunu. Such a criminal boy feasting on his wife's hard work, doing nothing in the name say I am a journalist. Oh yeah, dang foolish boys. When we no say Ghana no the name say ayuom oh the name lines say ayuom. What is Ghana and Kwasiade recently? I heard say the GJA is saying Media General should sanction Captain Smart. Where's the story? Before I go to the bombo-clad budget, I saw this story. GJA calls for Media General to sanction Captain Smart over comments against NPP. This new GJA president, the way Jimmy Chen be dia. Obi be pana to pe boso ho. Yesi jantre ni bi ye be de boso na ho. Nefu no kuta phone mienu. Why say tikerengere? Obekọ na office na owusu be mpate wo otafre ne to. Onim so e bisexual. Otigana na nkwase asem bibia be sintirima na oka. That guy I have spoken with him on my phone before with Jimmy Chen bibia. Obekọ na Ernest owusu be mpate the office. Otiti one says politicians ska. Wait. Now yes, sorry, or say GJA calls for Media General to sanction Captain Smart. Adanya, Captain Smart, can uchi mu. Senka Captain Smart, asema okan say, wa and the obeto Abama NPP biano. Sebi waju ni nyejuma ko kan brofo an kan kwasa semu nkomo ntro. Unim za. On say Captain Smart, asema okan say, send the Ghana. Na hu de ekoso Ghana nyina na say okoto Abama NPP waju ni nyejuma no. On say okan de twi nti, o ma betro say Captain Smart, eye de Media General for omon sanction no. Say Captain Smart kan brofo an kan kwasa fo nkomo nka hwe. Eni ntina Poladomochi gina ho o ejimi no ho. When kan kwasa asem wo TV so political show chen Poladomochi. Some GJ president or bisexual or better than or yeah be in the story about who or yeah be in the story at Tuamano. Captain Smart can't tree there. Now on kind of saying now and there should be a dollar war, why should unemployment rate, why should the killings, why should the corruption rate, why should the corruption index the perception, why should all the nonsense happening in Ghana like I say Obi Kotuma NPP and Adrian Yejuma Wakabone where Jimmy or journalism on Tiasie. He issues statement anyhow. Mrs. Sir, me who GJ president, why is a foot soldier? A chair jantre ni bi anya party, no na namase. Obeko Instagram, no na namha, no kuta phone miensa. Me say, why pen down no shoot? Baby tina, to sing. You have a problem with Captain Smart? Go to me radio. Go to Woon to me radio. Go to Woon to me. Ko hen kwase ade omotiwo eyo Woon to me. Ko sompa. Ko Kesbin FM. Hwen kwase ade omugu zoo ho eye. Weja tinkra kan kwase asem. Ko zoo ho ne ko hen kwase ade omuye no zoo ho. Ofu you can say sanction Captain Smart. Ade Captain Smart do catchy. Oh, obi nim de so no mo catchy into omo ya kromfo. Oh, obofo de so catchy into e kromfo. Oh, asofo na omo catchy de omo ya kromfo. Emom dodo ne ya kromfo. Na omo ka brofo ne. Omo ka brofo no. Omo ye senior armed robbers. Omo de omo ka brofo into omo nya kromfo. Ghana. Asofo omo ka brofo nyina 80% ye wifo. Chief one 80 omo nyina epe. There's no difference between sofo ka brofo and sofo catchy. Mutu fin. Who should sanction Captain? You go and sanction him. Mese kozu ho ne ko hwede esi wo Kesbin. Kozu ho ne ko hwede esi wo Wuntumiti radio. Kozu ho. Ene de monte ye ho ko Angel FM. Amotia na ne nsantientie se kokuo no. Sa boy na heni adana hemu no. Sa kwame afifa na papa benya ace beda atema no. Kweku otina wonya nkwase sika wo mu de onya and the companies nyina egu no. Ko Angel ho ko nkwase de omti wo ye. Kwasia muntumi sanction omo. Go to Angel FM. Aketia bana ninsase kokuo no. Kwame afifa na oto na. Otena radio so catch in crime for nungwa for some ye moa. Abua stupid GJA president. Wante. You are a foolish man. Sorry, a foolish lady. You are a foolish lady. And I onam Ghana hodi nkwasi asem. Ye nkam asem. My political journalist the one am Ghana. E yanko kan we yan kan against we so a man for betan ye. Hey. Mo de amumfa mo Jimmy ne mbran kakra. Ye be yi mu videos atoto ho. Me say mo de amumfa mo Jimmy ne mbran kakra. I have his number on my phone. I have spoken to him before in his office. Me, I don't lie. I have spoken to GJA office. I'm no man show. GJA president. The number nie. The number is 0243926104. I have his number on my phone. I've spoken to him before. Mumusano. Criminals now more than Ghana ho. You don't allow people to do the right thing. Would you see Jimmy? Nobody's going to be spared. Mo bese mo crack kwepo no. Mo go starting free zoo ho. Kwasi ade uncomfortable radio so ye. You this foolish woman. You are leading GJA and you are fooling yourself. Hey, woman di pa charge ya ohun. Mon send message when come no, me meaning rough. Messiah, what's this? Messiah, the omi hiti and alcohol bibi aba. GJ president, me see every day we call the office na Ernesto Usu bempa ne to. Or says the politicians for sika. Ka o politicians the tomano. Edian credibility. You this woman, if you don't take your time, and I'm talking to the GJA president, I'm addressing you as a woman. Come out and say I'm lying. If you don't take your time, so when theater breaker. So when theater break. Now one show tokuro ni ma. Na nipa pai villa. Ya vandam the bag wa no betete. O ma ya pai villa na ya civila. Wa no betete. Shut up. You want to check the system? You know where to check. You know where to go and what to check. Kwasi afo we go to me radio so, Angel radio so, hwe kwasi ade a omo ye. Tribal statements causing religious conflicts. Lying. Blatant lies, no facts. You have a problem with Captain Smart. I have my own problems with Captain Smart when it comes to some things. But I will not allow you to use that stupid position to intimidate anybody in Ghana. Send me her picture, Mr. S. I think say it's WhatsApp status on the picture that's what I'm share. I'm showing you the GJA, the woman who leads the GJA. Oh, this one does not have a picture. I mean, call the other one because you see me. Mami, let me show you his picture. Munimuno. I will say na kwasiade. This guy. On your position week, I just said, oh, so this is what he's doing. Now, what he's doing. Okay, so he has that setting on his phone whereby you take a screenshot of his DPR. Basically, it's not going to allow you. Mr. S, pull the picture for me. And let me show them this woman. You see, you think we don't know? We know everything. What you say, you this, Mr. S, get me the picture. And son of you are sanctioning Captain Smart. Because also be able to Abama MPP no Sandy Pano or shed the AC or Ghana or better what to Abama MPP and Ajuni Yejuma or say they should sanction him. Wouldn't maybe a sanction nipa Kozuho. This guy. I'm showing this woman. Tell this woman I said Oya Bema on your thing. Namen Chireno. Yeni de Obaye, Yeni Asu Dubeko Fie. Wait, one can't check this man, this woman. Tell this woman. Me say you people should tell this woman. Ontinani bonkum. Does she know how to check the system? You, this woman, do you know how the system, how to check the? Do you know? Remember, boy, power. Remember, cost that low. But how careless now one maintaining level. You will enter the gutters with you. All right. You, this woman, be careful. All right. Now, let's look at the budget. Today, something actually came up, and it's got to do with the budget of Ghana. And Maminya would tell you, Kakra Yatino, Namenka Wasam na Yamfa, Jumadino Embra Niviye. So I'm for Brofonaba Dawson, but Benya would say, Emma Yinatia. Messiah, thank you very much. Today, when Amin Adams came to Parliament to speak, to tell us about Ghana Sika Semono, we were all waiting for one thing for him to say. Ninyana say how he's going to stabilize the economy, how he's going to stabilize the city. And one no. Ejebo, you be kind budget, Ninyana say your petrol dompa, petrol you turn the same. Yes, $1 na, you nya saying, and one no. You be kind budget, you kind budget. Obi ote swami, obi ote kukumpe, obi okofa esichiri, obi okofa nwa, obi ote Ghana a contractor. The person who say, so oko no causes $1 na, it is saying and one no. The statistics and the inflation and the statistical service and the equilibrium, nini na enko bebia. Yes, brother Beka say what $1 so and one no. That is all. The bomboclat budget, no, hopeless budget, no. Adieba ko pe ena nenke pesa branti we beka. Anko buy and anko we beka Ghana for and the dollar no moko abontina e $1 is to e 2 Ghana cedis and one no. And the near person tell say we 1 Ghana cedis is to maybe a $2 just say no na keke ne petie. So okay no nko akire ye bibia be okay. Vitamins na ne pay. Yede emfa ye ho ne eyede koko eduro edede enden yenim se enya vitamins sa problem nyina be solve enti de ne ye twa ne vitamins eno ano no enye boga se uhie obi no kasa me ho mfa me a enche se bia na so ye ne ya ne ni ya ne ya owo yare bebre ba oyi 2 Ghana mana sa ne ho na emfa no betuma solve sa problem no enti ye ho mfa ye as a nation ye hia vitamins keke anka oba ye no na anka wato paper na to atwene Ghanaians. Today, as I stand here as your finance minister, when you step out and you go into the market, dollar is selling at this. And one no. Bibia subecha. You got to petra 2 Ghana, 5 Ghana. And one no. The statistical service and the inflation rate and the if and no and solve shade me. The obekan in the kwasiasem and sisa bibia. Unim se bibia dollar jina na hwade jina. Baby, I see the jina ne hwade jina. To be a top petrol no saa de to no. Inti nkwasiade obeye ne mfaso obeye ne baso. Ni busa way simple. When you don't need a PhD certification to. The obekan in the nyina no. After 8 years, Obekan and then Ochna petrol 15 and over. Dollar almost 16. Bibian saye. Aya brofo ene nkwasi akeka. Now, muntie the useless budget. Oka bibin there or say. Now, in some people ha Utia, I wanna say Sana Jack, ye Jimmy Bruta. These people they cannot solve any problem. So we catch us NPP for solution to Ghana problems, sir. Sandy pan with Jimmy. So what just had any idea? Oh no, with Jimmy. There's nothing left to. And on one case, 2024 mid-year budget review, or say the provisional total central government debt as at end of June 2024 stood at 742 billion Ghana cedis, equivalent to 70.6% of GDP. So I'm a former here. I mean, kind of be Brofuni. I want to bring some more. Oma dada muso mwe Jimmy. I said the provisional. Yaka provisional out here. I said the provisional total central government debt. I say a car ye day, but what the word the be show. I say provisional. Say Baba Ghana. No be general total rejected ballot 93,733,000. A provisional or beso chiro say abana or kind chiro no. Yen say a bet about 230,000 instead of 93,000. So obika say provisional. Chira say the all catch chiro no onye ni nkontan wie. Inti memfan tu trimu say the all catch chiro no ni nyina no no. Into or see the provisional total central government debt. Into or see a kana or catch say and the Ghana deno. Or beso chiro say the all king and ye no no. A bonankasa wo but odin kan ka bibia chiro. No akoyan kontani ya be catch chiro into or see provisional. Now okay brofo na or see the provisional total central government debt as at the end of June 2024. Or see Ghana ka ye di. So Oko Bank of Ghana a car ya bo eguo a sa aka no yen san ase ye da ho bu nkonta no bebia ye duru sisia no eye June no eye de 742 billion. What about eye broni sikema $50.9 billion. Abuofunu odimi dia unyina bo. Munyina mo ba ko bi na bradam Ghana ho. Or see provisional. So what is here about TV so say oh where there ebiaba results ni biaba e dey say akoya owo eye akoya what TV trail besides your friend saying akoya what results. I like this guy too much, the voice have the rough or be any show no TV trail. Good evening, this evening on our show I bibi kwanza. Now the results from Odododo is provisional. It's provisional. So what is almost a provisional? Now it's a result. So I can say 23,773. A bit to my 73,000 on fan and sunshine here. It is 742 billion. And you know, or catch them say a car at 1 trillion. Name yeah the whole young conta. Now the bit to my catch them say and say in crata money the baby you do know. Yet the car $50 billion. That means say by December so Obana or the original na ya san ase ne ba de be kire wa over 1 trillion. Afi wo hu. Ya deka buburo donko. Ya ka se o deka donko a. Ye betuma ton otumfo agudie nyina entumi njew. O deka. A DNA eka. Ebekwa akosi una kanso aso Africa can say. Alfredo can say, good evening, this is TV3 provisional results. This is TV3. We can tell you, it's a provisional result. We can tell you, Alfredo, no. Oh, and can kwasi yourself. Eh, hiamu defe. Eh, hiamu. Ego voi. Inti sa what say, Oma begina o kabro fu say kire mu a, onum se so amefo mo nte ase. Kwabere fo mo nte brofo, be kwai fo nte brofo. Into about also the provisional total central government debt. Or say, oh, you see, I see a car 742 billion. Or say provisional. Or so say a can be the whole pipeline. It is still in the pipeline. They are still calculating. Ya loan be a young fan and into one country said this is the total amount or say a provisional. You can say provisional. A bet to me akosura could do 1.3 trillion. Now unim dia yawum. And a kaya deno say uyi Ghana sika sama. Say a Ghana is sika 100 Ghana. Also much 70.6% of GDP. Mamen you jomu nche swame for bantama for eye kwabre for. Inti ese e de ka 50.9 billion. Yensan ase e bi da ho wa adakem. Provisional. Remember reviews are word na ene de. So provision store manenda utrim yes a provisional. Yensan ase. Now you see GDP no 70.6%. Meaning sa for now na e kana yen kan ni nyina wie no. De ese de ka sesia no se Ghana sika 100 Ghana. A car ya diwom 70 Ghana 6 pesos. Ya deka into yi Ghana sika e dawo nyina 100 Ghana. Na nado dan kwekufu ado ba omiamo oma bobesia 70 Ghana into akatete Ghana. What you say? Now you cut GDP. Oh say GDP is 70.6. Time na John Mahama teso no ma simple maw. Now if you the serious, make sure the seriousness. Me team ni catch him say per this figure, provisional figure way, total rejected ballot no. Mr. S, they are telling me say per the total rejected ballot a provisional total no. Ghana Nibia de 22,000 to Ghana's can 220 million. Oh yeah, ebe mo fi. Me say oh yeah, ebe to say fi. Bra mo be breno. Where a provisional. Now, I mean, how dangerous this is. Let's say, where any car Ghana day, yes, provisional. That means that the oil pipeline, woman can want them. Time when John Mahama, air president. From Kwame Nkrumah time, I see John Mahama so. A car na ya bo, 124 billion. You Kwame Nkrumah, Idi Uyi Kufo. A car or a boy close to 10 billion. Mr. S, 19 or 10. So we could for at the end free more because we want to isolate the NPP. In fact, let me not isolate the Kofor's NPP. Yeah, the free Kwame Nkrumah babesi John Mahama so na a car a daho at the end 54 billion. A car near dinner. It calculated from Kwame Nkrumah basic John Mahama so. Now, all these years a kaya about no. Na time John Mahama free so. Na se Ghana sika edaho 100 Ghana. Na your GDP no na 54%. That means so we Ghana sika na from Kwame Nkrumah breswa ebesi John Mahama so say sika edaho 100 Ghana na a kaya diwom 54 Ghana. In today or 56 Ghana dawa a sika. From Kwame Nkrumah time, message John Mahama time, a car ya burugu only 120 billion, right? Now, from a Kufuado time from 2017 on the Baumia to 2024, a car ya buru eguono. Ye sika na ye 120 billion. A jump up with this 742 billion. Send of the account almost over 500 billion. In less than 8 years. Remember, we're provisional. That means the our pipeline, these people, they are getting close to 1 trillion in just a space of 8 years. A car on my boat, and they are to Ghana for so. So from Kwame Nkrumah all the way to John Mahama, 122 billion a car at the whole. Not GDP per capita, not a 54%. That means we Ghana sika na 100 Ghana, na ya deka 54 Ghana ne wom. Na a car Ghana ya dia 54, na sika ya dia 56 Ghana. In call 4 way from 2017 besin there. And ya deka 742 billion. 122 to 742. About over 6, almost close to 600 billion in less than 8 years. This is provisional. Now your GDP is 70%. It means to say Ghana sika 100 Ghana, ya dimuka 70 Ghana, and Ankwasi Afowi. Oh, catch them say NDC be ye den. Na mwa we omunye den omontoaso. Oh, bodam. You are crazy. You are mad. Unim dia wokeka. These are crazy people. They are mad. John Mahama. Bisia John Mahama boy na 54 billion. Sa 54 billion no. Enya ni nyina na obuku mu. There were so many things that John Mahama ya amba green book ni mu. Bank of Ghana nkwa under Ekufuado omaboka over 60 billion twice. Almost 120 billion in just a year. Bank of Ghana boka 60 billion. Addison, ye in the spinal cord or yare no na mo betumi debi any day bia. Addison uji jina quarter 2 days obewu jail. Or yare or a sick man. Last 2 years or 3 years, he went under the knife in the UK. Mumbusa ne baba no. He almost died. Addison na green ye juma. Or suffer multiple strokes. He has nothing to lose. Obe wiye sikeri nyine egu ama ne ma. Mo Jimmy, mo ya politics. Mayantwa bombo card budget no so. We will come there, Mr. S. Now, yanko eni na menjujum so amefo amontie budget na se me sebu reality no. And they all can send me a parliament or say we have debt relief of 2.8 billion and we will not service debt till 2026. We have debt relief of $2.8 billion and we will not service debt till 2026. Ekana edahono. Over 1 trillion no. Osi yenya eye nipa bi omde ekani bi ache ye 2.8 billion. Minimum kana omo na de kire mo no ye de ka over $50 billion. Amin Adams say Ghana for inkofo bi de omo ka bi de 2.8 billion ache. Esi aro pese mo ti ase from ende ekwa akosi 2026. Eka bia ye di bia no ye ntua ehunsi hu ena ye ntua ka no. We are not going to pay the debt. We are not going to pay the interest. That means from now out to 2026, eka bia ye di bia no esi ho enko bebia o. Insi hu so besa be ka ho. Enkofo we damage o makoso mo no. Se mo nim nyansa ankokyena mo betwutu akobom tirimutu atwatwene. I'm telling you. When a finance minister stands before the whole country, no catch them will say, a kana a dawna ema ya ho kyereye yentumi si school yentumi si hospital Ghana for nye dwumanye yentumi construct bibia yentumi and create opportunity for the enchirima no na se finance minister tumi gina onu catch us said a kana dawna wo say yetua ba ya ho henhaye me tumi nye sika de boy brad yentua ye ja to ho to 2026 or catch them will say or sacrifice wo from now to 2026. After that, no one's sacrificing with soul. Because when they be tiasakano, it is over catch say we are not servicing our debt, a debt warrant. So we be one of any European country. Saturday no, it could be done. Say the cat the entia copy 2026. Inti John Mahama bar. Nasa ankwasi afo we asabet na TV. So you see, John Mahama, he has messed the economy up. Me know what he a car yet no almost all to mintia in TM5 and Sanka till 2026. Yeah, winning problem at all. Do you know how dangerous this is? Say a whole country will finance minister to TV so boldly in parliament. They say we are not going to service our debt. Obiache 2.8 billion. Yeah, they cut over $50 billion. On tia a kana omabwegu ono. Omaboka over $700 billion. Or say an omuntia to 2026 will be to me in foco. And I want to hear campaign say kwasi be debate. Debate on what? But we have debate to debate what? To speak on what? Kwasi be debate. Ma catch them Ghana for. Enisanka obiampo kasa biem. There's nobody is supposed to talk about politics. I was saying yetina wani ayaba keke ne yetwen o. Obian 27 December. So 120 MPP anyame beku ato atwene. I'm telling you. We are Christiani, we are Muslimi, we are traditionalist. Now we didn't crow our kubem. Now we nim ye now koto abama MPP. Onyame beku ato atwene ka accident because you know the reality. Kofu we are destroy our life. O finance minister no bro no be kan no e no ma chura chiro no media me dwuma ne se machirichiri ma kyerɛw nti e kana o mabɛbɔ egu o no so omu ntua till 2026 omu disika no what say Baomi akada se obechi MP na Baomi obetuma chigabi Napo kwasia obetuma chigabi I am asking you Napo ne hwene se shabarang se num ne hwene se shabarang se num Napo obetuma chigabi Napo obetuma investigate bedi etu Baomi obetuma chigabi mo abobo dam Baomi obetuma chi eye Jefferson Saki Baomi obetuma chi MPP Samuel Ukwatum me se Baomi obetuma chi Sambo Abujinapo Samuel Abujinapo kwasi ampanyi di Baomi achi edidi ahemfo atem Samuel Abujinapo Lands Ministry oma eye chairman wontumi illegal documents to go to Asankregwa and mine illegally oju se Baomi obetuma chi Abujinapo wo ye kwasea enti enko debate ye wia na ese bibi achiche mo jimi who is supposed to debate Baomi? He says to debate himself. There's nothing to debate. The people are foolish. Omo Jimmy. The bomboclad budget ye ko enim. Omo say media medwuma ni o e ompem asem ti ase otumfo dom nti wo ompem asem mfa me ho. Me sa wo ska chen wo hia wo na wo time wo bodam wo hia ni atamfo. O mi was catching all time. Where Jimmy Papa? O two for crowd domain. How Jimmy translate me? Kevin Taylor. And the entire year we did pay to watch. O draws yet three. O James back. Washa. They be an washer black. A buffalo. Translate Cassane. Young Pepper. Bravo Baby Maunye. Jimmy. A chop up a mono of pada. No coffee table chain. And some of the catastrophe. Wada. Umbra once. Na young canoe create answer some bravo. Who fin. O talk wa him. Tun untumi dware semina papa ma ho ntɔw pipe ma de bia na mo wo nyina black obia unsem wo ha gas mpotumi fo mo sa semina papa pe wonya bi ndware wo fina obo MPP flag otwemba engoti abia communicator otwe wo sie chi green Jimmy uni perfume papa bi mpo unya adwuma bi ebetumi tua wo kabo so me wo fin oto ase tum Deke boxer o hata pe ontumi hata ni pem de bia hyehyem paase o twen party o de chede na benya Jimmy o kala wo usrem o kala e wo usrem o bia usrem ayese fitem wo fin ye kan okura cha onte de bia na mamwane ena de bia na membra ena we de mo tenase amon frɛ me wan na mfrɛ o kwasea o bo flag etwi soroku from Ejuso all the way to Akontombra who fin kwasi everything crying e die jantra for some MPP ni now the budget the budget, let's go into the budget as well make an meboa utumu who fin petition kwa o si so the beer onya roll on papa you see that not the radio so peja lensa and no one can no who can and I'm your communicator I can't communicator and I need to be quite Jimmy Ukobia ubag mua esi kwanchan efie obag si kwan ho uni bibi papa bia wo dimu 32 years 28 years also your youth o tan ye busia sika wudumi yibi eche yanka politics no why wo to denden se kokuo ena ye de entiase ena NDC ena mahama ya kronfo mi kan susu accounts crowd bi susu card unibi de bia tatara down ho ena fra abana mame ena wo de wa unim ye ba power akwase ba power 8 years uni 100 Ghana da ho wo do Jimmy to na ye communicator Mudia Jimmy o why say nkokɔ ye yi nkokɔ firu amo MPP for mo na mo ye tu eburu pe na me kokokoko da ko farms for moa e di mo tema na mo tenetene mo Jimmy mo bi I say mo nya nipa utumi share obi not radio so sometimes utumi TV so na o say o ye communicate o pejana mo tuo ma say wey tete kwa kokuo wey na ono te wo e na ye ntiase e na party no e na ye me say ni Jimmy to lege wo party unim dia go so on grind unim dia go so on grind anopotututu mo fin TV so titi radio so na o tiam amankwa jai mahama no be dey ne papa o de tifie ne papa dross ye miensa enche ne papa bewu oni agyapadie bia ma ne papa nani da ne wo fa so se ne wo fa wu na onka se opene wo fa yire ne wo fa yire ante ase a waboni be yie e ma sa da nkora miensa na wabegya boso aboa unim nyansa and I go school and I go school or better TV so and I close the bleach and I didn't na bema hu nyenyen I said tomatoes I say omo found hope say hey the beer jeans baako no abebo paper fum ya in the back pocket ye dey beka MPP asem kwase 14 kran di ma dey jantra for ewie sika kogu abrochiri wa pantan din the shoemaker box nam Ghana me communicator party ba so 8 years unya kapre yama wa tengana na do Jimmy soroku bia beba na odi echi onamboase santa onamboase kwabre boase anyanchirem otwi soroku abedu eyi tutuka owia na osresre onsime aboa onfi sa pofi ma wadwinye adwuma munyina mo bon incense MPP communicators omo bon dot ba ku bi apache bi owokuma se sadian oto na ayese kwase your friend saying omo papa panyini bi wa Jimmy chen bibia ne na ba akonye apache a wasa Jimmy na oti akondwom keka nkwase asem we china wo the golf stick as finish ba akono na tena akondwom abo wodam ya wa apache nyansafo bebre wo ha omo ka nyansasem akobi no kuma so so mo communicator papa panyini Jimmy fo bi no mo che no watene ne nan mu Jimmy apehwe apache nyansafo de omo ye na wo do Jimmy di party echi wo yasumu wa wo do konko wo gatem do Jimmy titi radio so etutwa ntro na ye didim a wo wan na wo kwakotu no eye didim wan na wo kotu no ye di sham ne nyina fum a wo sa radio station na wo to wona wo didi atem no se ja to ho a wan window na wo kohuri ete se kwasiampanyin na o se ye fe no Bulgaria sebi oni freni kwasiampanyin no nanam ho na ono na Kevin Taylor de ono o desperate ni mahama hwe who bini da o ka jam me desperate o boda won kwesi chei apache bi no ye hu apache nyansafo da o ye hu apache a mo dwene apache a mo ka nyansasem afutuo mu a mo dwene Ghana ho sa ko ji apache Jimmy fo we o tia konwoma as a pen ke kan kwase asema da ye okuma asinti o ya apache de we Jimmy ayen kan kire o sa na kofi adoma kofa sa Jimmy fo bi oso oye ni freni nti o kan kwase ma me en kahwe no ye TV so no ye say Kevin Taylor no one Mahama no one Kevin Taylor one Mahama o me dia no aboa u toilet da o ka jam say me desperate twa wo to enhwe si bia color de tia o ka jam say me desperate o boda mo na o nyango boda say ka toilet color na ko heaven na o betuma ka o twen point that video out na me bon kire nkof eja ko kwase awe we use a man for hard earned reputation ko for talent and what they call Jessica na was saying for talent kumbe would eja ko de gu no kwase ase on to intro the din and on na me yase na ototo nwom emafunu esre on na me yase ne ho fi ne ho dwene I say aponchi bi baby on na me yase na oton kwase anwom ema efunu sere aboa such a useless brat akwa we di nkofo dim da Ghana for and there only opportunity ko gina yase nto nwom mafunu nsere a na odekoye politics me to say video bi a obi ka say hey if I Jimmy no jais ade no eja ko repeat oba small girl e was set so mo am kuma ase a mo ne movie mo nyina mo ni mo ya me bom din you people all know you are quiet this rapist that young girl eja ko raped on set mo nyina mo ni mo no eja ko mo ni mo no asia oni ne pa chia we onama na ye say no nam Ghana e na nkwasia keka Mr. show me okogina yi ase kwasi anka obra MPP ba obra ye yanka utu enwom afunu anka efunu na oto nwom omosre sa MPP na ba no se nke ba na udi echire keka kwasi asa nke ba ye a ke nka utu nwom afunu se esre kwasi bi akwa we ono wakogina eyi ase na okwakoye politics e na amanfo kan ne bu ofu utu nwom we eyi ase senka talent na oso owo chan obi ano anka talent papa anka emfaso abaso anka nenka otoduma funu aboa bi one na no oreburu nkwara eja ko mese mu a mu okume wudimu asema mo ka munim me mama 1 week mama bodin me bom nyina bodin because we are accomplices. Ejako raped a small girl on set e Kumasi mu nyina munim me bo data bo year abo akwara ni din. There's a reason why I'm boss akwara ni din kwasia we ni nam Ghana mama to so akosi Vietnam military camp dan fun tantan bi de ni din akobo hu Kumasi enti Ejako onye opportunity na oye nkwasia politics wako jino bi yi ase ho na akoye campaign Ejako onru 60 years ohu dwene I say aponchi bia hem adwene bone krono kuma wude gu nyina Ejako kwase ampanyi we onenam Ghana de obedi nti enibre bone on de party aye dirty riffraff we mu na ye de eye Ghana politics kwase ade ye betra na edi o matama na bubu ofu we a we sugar we why say bola ka onenam Ghana kekan kwase asem adan a oya santini nti obia MPP Jimmy ade edi ekire na wo MPP bae no anke koye ma wo ena nka wo talent ne papa anka wo titim eyiase eto nwoma funu otwe. Let's go back to the bomboclat budget. That's about back to the budget. Yeah, we tell her. Kofone dwa omo hitia eh yantiasie mu fin ontiasie trasi unika pre ye kase tienyanza so da bofu. And Amin Adams can send me or say 2024 mid-year budget review or can send me brofo me wan medwudwum. Government spent approximately a year 2.9 billion on planting for food and jobs since its introduction in 2017. Or see somewhere Jimmy MPP are buying from 2017 ebesin there sika omodia share planting for food and jobs mu a year 2.9 billion Ghana cedis. So we Jimmy on tiasie I and the tomatoes what the saying bayere what the saying the anti kroma na kwase afo ekofo board one trip kogu nkran say the whole Ghana obi ameto board there some we Jimmy akwana na nim say Mickey Mouse na oso na opɛ president di efiri akoto o wi asikari nyina o de kopɛ president wenja and the o de amane ma ne sin nyina tutu kwase ampanyi yen kana sem oni akufo ado nanum wi nti meme yen ka planting for food and jobs infrastructure be de nya awoso almost almost spending 2.9 billion okoka pe hey yen kan MPP asem the say and the board here ton the saying bayire food inflation and info na edu and the okodwom na okoto anwa okoto eye bidie okoto jeni and the okoto eburo Ghana asase and the eburo untumi nto and the omo ka kire so spending almost 3 billion on planting for food and jobs unye duane ndi. You can't get food and the tomatoes one box it's over 2,000 Ghana. Are you crazy? Na enya kura no planting for food and jobs a home sunsan so there we need to get the cheap food to buy. We have to be able to get food to buy cheaply. But aduane ni wo enso nkofo we e ka brofo kirew e wo santase o ma gisika na di efiri akoto na no fim say opro we disika no because efiri akoto be ye eye a Greek minister. Did you ever hear any MPP person speak against him before? What is say obi a question efiri akoto MPP muda woni hwan? Did you ever or have you ever heard a Kufuor time and efiri akoto ye a Greek minister say o kana asem e Kufuor na efiri akoto omo no mutwa wi su bom oni efiri akoto na twa wi so o satini efiri akoto no wi na enwo asia yese wo no mo dwene wo ho they are we members o efiri akoto na Kufuor start wi na enwo omo mi ene kam age bom e yakoba 150 to almost 170. Efiri akoto was given that position because oni Kufuor nanum wi sika akwa we wi through a seedling project. Efiri akoto did not account to anybody. Nobody could question Efiri akoto in the MPP. And Efiri akoto ni nam Ghana edi nkwasi asem wi sika nyina o wi ye no and okache the we partner say I also want to be president. Adentra we hu bibi we hu san hemfo asofo Ghana penifo nkwara mu nyina mo ye moa Intinke jaya one kono so be president die say ye Jimmy planting for food and jobs na nka say ende Ghana Obiani also to tomatoes 10 more than 2 Ghana. And the tomato bako add 1 Ghana to 2 Ghana. Where Jimmy? On my these are the same people who told you Ghana beyond 8. What is Somaka Wansembiem? What is Ekufuado? Baumia, Obie Bien and Raka Ghana beyond 8. And the phones on Wansam no moka. Phone dilano, and then the onam, Ekachem so, obey day, obey finance phone a mom, and the Baumia phone dealer. Baumia, Mobaumia na Yantonio Monfreno, Westgate, ne yere, Jantre Nino Dinichino. I cash or your economic whiskey to say economic francamanquano and the Baumia or your phone dealer. Mo dollar and also on Kamwasem. Mabodam. Planting for food and jobs. If I saw the bars or Ghana. What did we get from planting for food and jobs? Dear the free. A day na we as Ghanaians, what did we get from planting for food and jobs? Dear the free. Nothing. And a tick room will be anka bibia. And the Brandy Champon a way so Abba say planting for food and jobs 2.0. Or also any another avenue obewiaye. No responsibility, no accountability. We are not questioning anyone. And a phone dealer when I'm Ghana didn't quasi assembly and there on way a phone dealer. Open phone dealer kobwase kwaisha himfie. Go and ask about ahimfie. On the daily phones I can see. Ko ahimfie betu wa ko China baby a ton phone papa bia do be ko ho. Kwase ayese be hwe o man ne so. Bra never sorted nyoma na nyoma ngina na so. Na esikasam entoto yenko yi a odo kwase e ton phones. Me say open phone papa ko boase ne buza say wan e friend ahimfie. Ahimfie na what the best phone shop o boase. Ono na onim kona bia wo China and Europe. Obekere phone de ye ne de enye. Omo na omo ye phone dealers. Na wo yesi be hwe man ne so a. And the one that phone dealer, Emma is a planting for food and jobs. Me busa Ghana for a simple question. Planting for food and jobs and if I saw in the basso. So the bombo clad budget. Egigim Finance Minister me say MPP for bedin kwase sembia 2 things no mo ye. Ma catch them and I'll never stop saying this. Enyoma mienu na NPP for de bi omo ye. So mo be din kwase sempa eso a omo start na Kumasi e na omo penipa bi di ne din kwase ma ye tani 2 things eno ano no asa they say MPP omo two strategies so omo be din kwase sempa omo start na Kumasi yeah omo be jimi omo ho pa omo the message bi anyansa bi anim omo be din kwase asem a omo pe supporter omo start na Kumasi asantememu and omo po bi ma no wadi omo kwase asem anim a no ma hwetani. These are the 2 things that NPP omo ya ba bedru hanne from 1992 omo use Ali Mahama omo de kofo baaye omo pese omo din kwase asem pa no omo starting wo Kumasi and na omo po bi ma na di anim no and omo use Ali Mahama omo wie no and omo ba be start omo kwase asem pa no kofa ba omia Napo be Jimmy no omo be start free SHS nkwase akeka no start no Kumasi omo wie no kofa ba omia be di anim and ba omia be ka say ono de oba what lock dollar no e de kira ma IGP teni and oforiata be disikari nyina abe destroy Ghana ye wi asa kofa teni ono na be clean shit no na me nuanom ntafo de bi mo Jimmy. You are always known for cleaning shit of Akamfo. Now who will take this position from Oforiata? What has changed? Me catch the Ghana for. Me mental santifo. Me can no crutch as santintina as santifo be pemas, but don't want to pemasem. And I have shown you over the years the NPP ayaba bedruha. And the bombo clad budget. Osaka Assembly or say we have invested almost 10 billion cedis in the road sector since January 2024 to enhance transportation. Or say, a year NPP are buying from January to June 2024. No, Oma Tamsika 10 billion. Oma ye kwanya hodro. They say, Sankofo will say, from January 2024 basic June 2024 Omo yimene usika 10 billion. Dear no musom de aye. Omo som de sa sika na aye kwan wo Ghana. Wo hu kwan bi. Wo hu kwan wo baby out we aye kwan wo hu kwan wo ho. Ot baby out wo hu say aye kwan. Wo ni ma de friend kwan. Well, a dear friend kwan wo hu ni ma de friend kwan. There's a difference between sapete and a kwan. Wo ni kwan. Ah, wakon kran ko hu kwan da. Wo kwan wo wakon kran. Wo N1 wo kwan. Wo ene friend kwan. Obi aye kwan. Wo sa kwan, sa koko road kwan am hama. So wo ko sirima tamale sa kwan. Ene friend kwan. Inso betuma to amfie du. Be kwan de tia nete. Say e ba na e de kota be gu kwan so. Ne de sapeti gu so enye kwan. Almost yi Ghana sika 10 billion. Ntia me buza so baby out no. Kwan wo ya wo kwan. Josephfo ene eye den eye nkofo yi obokoto abeyi e from saying kumewu ya kumewu fo kwan na ma omo kumewu fo ya omo kwan na egu so ye so be a 16-inch asphalt ya kwan woni ma dey friend kwan When my dear friend kwan. Only my dear friend kwan. But in Kofo we catch out say, oh my kwan 10 billion from January to December, June. Bomboclad budget. Now, these are some of the things they told you. You see, you can be far road, you can be far tolls on road tolls. Mokai near Tihana Mwakwata. Buckle up. Yatiao, we got up one day and he told Ghanaians he has taken off road tolls in Ghana. Amwakwata. He did not go to parliament for any permission. Amwakwata yarefo na yarebia won ho no. Amwakwata okasa ayese ono no yare encyclopedia no. Osori anopa osi tolls e wo Ghana nyina no wetwam. Enne yetia mo ka che so yesa di tolls ne ba. Na time Amwakwata mo etwa tolls mu no. E dia asem no mo ka kire nti omo so omo yi tolls ne firi ho. Omo ka kire say omakohu another plan be a friend e-levy. Na e-levy no mo de beto ye so ma yetua to. Sa e-levy the sika de beba no to ni sika ba no esa. Na kwame sefa kan mo ka oh na se roto no na nkeni se mu yi na nka so mo gene car by car obi ho twi Land Cruiser so nka tua 5 cities obi ho so tua 1 city oh na kojo pon kuma se oh rotos ni ye firi ho e fi se sika nya ne kura sa na ye de bibi e friend e-levy eba kojo pon kuma ni titadwe se Samsung fan young man uti radio so can 77 ya unim no kure enkwasi amasam size from ni pono eni sikeni brenti o say bekoye politics e dan me kotwatro on ende de waye onenam ho young man pono eni nkwasi amasam nti unim no kure no oso dabi medi nkwasiafo echi etwa ntro akire Ghana onsi bi oto yaniti I say Samsung fan and you could read the bomboclad budget the abetin say kojo upon kroma say cabinet yaka cabinet out here cabinet kire say Mahamudu Bawumia Nana Dankwa Kufuado the minister say wa pa omo a dodo ne asantefo ene eye omo maka nyina abetena se akobankurom ehu se rotos na omo twemu no amfamfa so bi ama enti omo sade ba enya fi we 2025 rade jakopo omo se omo di rotos ne ba na yefama 2024 omo di tolls ne ba 2025 amwakwata kwasiampany nanam ho no accountability obiambo di tributuo sika ya hwere because of Amoakwata's decision to scrap road tolls. Amoakwata is still working in Ghana. Emma Kwasi be friend honorable. And yes, sorry, yeah. Kojo upon Kuma do parliament or say, oh, cabinet to cry, I take a decision, say, yes, I the road tolls. But the question is, I didn't hear road tolls for Moka say it is because of e-levy. E-levy is bringing 600 billion. Yet, yeah, e-levy did a whole. Now, say e-levy now we introduce you and e-levy the Sikana bar. Why are we taking road tolls away? Why are we bringing back road tolls? Because the e-levy be serving purpose, no. Na say enye sika mo beji di ye, na enye atro ba omia lidi ye ma mo twa Ghana fo atro. Say e-levy, eye taxes na mo beji no, e be sesa nipa brabo a. Why is say and there was the e-levy road tolls na eba abra e-levy da ho. So what was the purpose of the e-levy? That means say e-levy no na eye ade bia mo ye de abewie sika. They be catch Ghana for MPP led by Baumia. MPP will Jimmy. This bro from Okano. BB reintroduce roadmap at the point. What you say? When we some Jimmy or Dadamu. On say or the musica to suit. And our bot tie. And a force year before we go foot road him. And I think credit jantra for. And a pen drive we share the two. And I yet the pay amana, the pay came with that. Waji the allowances biya or two kwa bruchire the yerenam the girlfriends or say yes the road to neba kwasia 11 no sika no mojoma jedi untumi nye foko ko he ayirebi ofuase ayirebi omo nya kokko no bugu futuro de bu o tenkran o so te brofo omo be kan san kwanse sem parliament we no omo release statement ma men kan kire. It's got to do with the reintroduction of road tolls. Now, my men on camera for the hair, I did be on my hair. MPP for Musa Munina with Jimmy. They be a mechanic bofu. My men ready bro for the so I'm for. Besides, this is not too clear. Now, this is a press release. I'll release here after Omoka say Omo be reintroduce road tolls in 2025. Now, 2025 no more power. Omo Musa with Jimmy. 2025 no more power. No money power. They know say majority of Muamudi MPP Jimmy. They don't respect Ghanaians. They think say munina margin will form to such a amount to me. So this was a statement they released in 2022. Sorry. In 2022, no time na almost scrappy rotos mid-year budget in 2022. No, sorry, this is not current. This is all the way in 2022, July 2022. They released a statement. Now, tie the omo kan 2022. Never to the omo kan asemo ende. Yenya abotre. Na yen ready 2022 no. Omo release a statement no. Time na eye Kenoforiata eye finance minister no. It was the same mid-year budget. The omo kan when it came to eye road tolls. Na yen fan compare ende asemo omo kan. This is when they cancelled road tolls. In 2022, time no. This is the statement they released after the mid-year budget. Now, my kind 2022, the NHL. Now, for to end us on Makane who's and Kofo is Mumbu. Let's read Nayem na Ghana for Diako. Now, as you can see, 26th of July 2022, NM releases a statement right after the mid-year budget. Clarification of the finance minister's statement on the collection of road tolls in the mid-year budget statement. Or say, following the presentation of the mid-year budget statement of the government of Ghana for the 2022 financial year by the Honorable Minister of Finance, Ken Oforiatta, on Monday, 25th July 2022, the Ministry of Roads and Highways has noted with concern reports in some section of the media and various discussions of the reintroduction of toll collection in the country. 2. Almost say the ministry wishes to state for the avoidance of doubt that the finance minister, whilst speaking about the financing arrangements for the Accra-Tema motorway and extension project, stated that, and I quote, when completed, the CA, that is the concessional agreement, is expected to be approved by the PP PPP committee, cabinet and parliament, the completed road will be tolled to recover the whole life costs of the completed infrastructure, as well as pay lenders and provide a return for equity investors. End of quote. 3. He further stated that, and I quote, all PPP projects must be self-financing and will be tolled. End of quote. 4. The ministry wishes to state categorically that the government has not reinstated toll collection across the country. We further wish to clarify that the finance minister's reference to tolls in the budget review was in respect of PPP road projects only. 5. A very interesting. Or say, the ministry wishes to reassure the public that the government will continue to use innovative means to finance road projects across the country. 2022 can forget about parliament ever read the media budget and okoka road tolls are omo a cancel and ankofo start edi ho komo no release statement to say asamna can forget no, it was not about road toll collection almost ade ba na mom na eyetema kwan na omo ye no sebio omo amudi omo sika behemu no e wo se omudi omo sika behemu wi a e wo se omo so ti omo ka enti eno wasem na kenoforiata e kan 2022 enti mema Ghana for adwene yom se road tolls no e se eba back enti no more clarify ka che Ghana for say tolls de nya de eba back na mom e kwan na eyetema motorway na omo so omo ba be ye ne ekwan ba ku bi e ka ho no saa kwan ne de e nipa bi ankorakora bi na omo de omo sika e behyem nti omo de omo ho kwan se ekwan ne wi a e wo se omo tumi de omo sika omo de hyem no omo te nti oso omo tumi de toll esi so na omo te omo ka nti na omo ka che Ghana for say saa nkomo a omo didi no TV so ne radio so say road toll na yes ade ba back ne ye mfa ma efri say ye nya ya ju say the road toll bi e ba. Now, what kind point in asie ho no or say the ministry wishes to reassure or say ministry no can furiata edi anim no omo pese omo hye Ghana for ebo na sebio omo ma Ghana for enya gidie say the public said the government will continue to use innovative means to finance road projects across the country. Omo catch 2022 say Ghana for NPP abaya ba omiane ekufo do die anim na oforiata ye finance minister say aban ne befa ekwan a sebio eye ekwan a ebetumi amomo enya eye sika ede eden aye akwan dodo ewo Ghana nti mama Ghana fo ye mu nhihye omo na aban ne befa ekwan bi so a omo ananim sene omo benya sika ede eden ede aye enkwan anase ekwan bebre wo Ghana amane dimu. Now the question here is, so 2022, Mokachre say abane befa innovative ways to raise money to construct roads in Ghana. Why are you today telling us to say? Because 2020 the pair of our letter no, almost road tolls the famba biom. Now abane will find innovative ways to make sure omo raising revenue to do what? To build roads in Ghana. Why are you telling us today say the government of today and then they are thinking of reintroducing road tolls? Why are you bringing it back? The innovative ways you say you were going to create to raise money. Where is the innovative ways? You know, innovative ways na mo say mudibe create revenue. Raise sikadia kwana. Why are you bringing back road tolls? Are you bringing back road tolls to raise money to buy shoes? Are you bringing back road tolls to raise money to go feed your girlfriends? They have no plan. They have no plan. They have wasted your lives. They have come. They just stole from you people because you are not asking for accountability. A responsibility, no? And I'm also so from the beginning of the show, me catch them. Me say yanya. Nkofo ya more man responsible omo be fa say ye Jimmy for 8 years. Where is the innovative ways? innovative ways, and then back to introduce road tolls. They have no plan. They've never had a plan. From 1992, Edubuahin, a low social studies books, Edisa and Kwasia, no baby she more or create impression. Be say, a party way, or massive for the Nimyansa or Ghana, ever seen there. They have never had a plan. Edubuahin, Kwasia, yeah, no. Church social studies in the cultural studies, or more so in Yoma Bibra, a tro egumu, say in Yensia, na Emma tribe being yet Kukuruko or Ghana, and Everyone now omo social studies book making kan no omo create nyoma good book ma again say sa social studies book no e ya kan fo nkwa na chechire Ghana no sa edubu ahin na later na op president edi o edi eni na omo person omo create impression bi to etrim say Ghana na yetena nipa bi dia edubu ahin mo azanfo innovative ways. They have no innovative ways. They know you people are foolish. Almost like a BB or bombo clad budget. We want to create impressions, mamu. From Tete MP before create impression at Tumutrimusa. Our create impression be at Tumutrim MP before any account for. Onam Ghana, nine the ones will be for Kintepe, a see account for Santini, and as Santifor the Kintebae. Kente ya nyene wa santimemu e create impression atu ni patrim asantefo nyom omo traditional attire any kente omo nim omo angasa omo nim samo omo nim se nya asantefo na kente omo de baaye kente nya kanfo na de baaye but e create impression to ni patrim and the who so obi a kente se asante kente bonyire kente wana sik bonyire ni kente first. And yet Ghana yada die honsa and cano cre ye the tribe history and your person change the Ghana history and fa and ye juma it should not continue like that. We need to sit down and recalibrate and change things. Yen to me fa a tribe history and represent a nation. No, it's wrong. And every tribe in Ghana is guilty of this. And the people who are most guilty are Yene Akamfo, Titiwa Santifo. Let's be clear. Yen to me for tribe and represent Ghana. Yen for tribe and represent mine. And when we become blunt on these things, I know begin say a time. It could be and time could be a. So about Ghana history more. There are a lot of tribes in Ghana. They fought for their respective tribes, for their respective air territories. And I respect that. Me, Masifi Mansamusa, Biamfantini, all the way from the top to Mankesim, Denchira, we spread out. I know where my root is coming from. The same way Asantini Suni may be an free. Denchira Nini may be free. Ubi free Krapim Oni may be free. So we need to understand, say we need to respect free. We should not force a tribe and what they believe in. To me, my tribe be and represent Ghana. It is wrong. That is why we are here. Because majority of the history that we have been taught are lies. They are lies because some people who got the opportunity to write Ghana's history decided to write their clan and their tribe history to represent Ghana. That is the problem. You cannot use a tribe or a clan's history to represent Ghana. Obuduman Kumamo, ene eye adapejan, ene oko awonafo no so almost set oba asantefo your Konfanoche. It is tribe. Konfanoche does not represent Ghana. He represents a group of people. Yasantua does not represent Ghana. She represents a group of people. The same thing, Oba Mankesim, Oba Angunafona. We have people who represent their own people. They don't represent Ghana. No tribe represents Ghana. But Omo Mucho a history, no, they continuously and consciously, especially Edubwa Himuna, Omunya the opportunity to write social studies, cultural studies. They force to impose Omo tribe as a national agenda or a national issue. That is why at a point in Ghana, Anan Kwaradin Biajin say everything you see is Asante. Because the people who we thought were intellectuals to write the story of Ghana. No, they wrote stories of tribes. They made tribes represent Ghana. That is where we are getting it wrong. And then some people feel say when it is them, it should be Ghana. That is where the problem is. Because what is that Ghana drew Burkina Faso? Nobody knows Konfanochi. Obuduma Nkuma or the Pejan, Dien, what is that Togo? Obi any more. But every single individual on this planet knows Kwame Nkrumah because he Kwame Nkrumah germinated from politics. He represented the nation. He did not represent a tribe. And in other countries, you keep hearing the stories of Kwame Nkrumah because Kwame Nkrumah stepped out as a Ghanaian. He did not step out as a tribesman. So your tribe and your national heroes. There are people who wrote national anthems. There are people who wrote pledges. There are people who contributed to the development and the nationalistic development of a nation. And there are people who helped tribes to survive. And I respect that. The moment you are able to draw the line, our whole educational settings has to be recalibrated because there are so many tainted stories, history in our books that confuse people like us until we got to a point to understand the same. Our history has been tainted by some group of people who wanted to represent Ghana with their tribe. That is the problem. And a problem no war. So let's accept it. Some people have done us damage. Ebimo ahaye. Ebimo the omo tribe say krono. But it is not too late for us to sit down and start looking through and making sure we cross our T's and dot our I's and make the right changes. That is how you build a nation. When you go to the Europeans and Americans, they had history that was tainted, but gradually they decided to rewrite their history to make it right. Because the moment you see the problem and you don't correct it, it goes deep down, it cuts deep down. So some people in Ghana feel say Oma and you're part of Ghana as a nation and Ghana cannot go on. Because from Onkora Bremuno, Obia can be to Omutrim said the tribe no and a Ghana. But that is total palpable false. And let's stick to these things. We need to be very serious. We are joking as a people. We don't know who we are. We made some people mislead this country from the 17th, 18th to date. Let's get some things right. Let us be honest with each other. And let Ghanaians no tribe represents Ghana. Ghana is bigger than any tribe. Kwame Nkrumah is bigger than any politician in Ghana. We are recognized as a nation because of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, who represented Ghana and not a tribe. If Kwame Nkrumah had been selfish to represent a tribe, we wouldn't have been the Ghana we all feel proud of when we go out there. Every single place you go around the world, if it is not Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's name, you will not be recognized. Whether you are a chief, you are a pastor, whether you are a statesman, without the name Kwame Nkrumah, it represents Ghana. And we need to have that nationalistic thing in us. We need to start believing in it. Young Americans believe in America. Young Americans, they love America. They believe in America. They know, they trust in their flag. They are bold to say, I love America. We can't do it because some people love their tribe than their nation. And it's not their fault. It was a deliberate thing by some people to taint the history of this nation. And that is where we have to start from. If they want to be really honest about issues, some kind of cry. In some also mo kana enye no mo ka ojekumu nyina they are liars. Openye ojekumu nyomo twatro o mo kana kure. So metena radio no so a they are wearing tribe hat before Ghana hat. Into okasa. But the kasa mu ni nyina no o kire wo say ono baby ofiri no eso chen obia o so chen Ghana. That is what they do. Let's get serious. Inti enye say baby ayedru no the mindset. Nipa Kubi and say Ghana from the beginning. It was deliberate. Now say me know your kind social studies be do point to be. At the point here you say Ghana nyina no e ko bi dia. Until we started researching, until we started asking questions, until we started posing questions, and then we say but the history now yesuano, the history is not about some individuals. The history is about Ghana. So why are some people making it look like say if it is not about them, their tradition, it is not Ghana. They are rich. We have rich culture. There are so many tribes in Ghana. Their culture is richer than Sebu. Rebecca said than Asantefo culture. It's a fact. And Asantefo nkwana is adwa. And Asantefo de kentiba. The reason why sometimes people think say personal, it's not personal. It is what you know how people have been programmed. Let's give everybody equal opportunity. Let's respect everybody and where they are coming from, how their name sounds, what their tribe is. But the most important things, we need to be nationalistic. Ghana should be the priority. Let's have that confidence in Ghana as a people. Not making sure say our tribe is something we love, but ultimately our nation is something that's supposed to be our priority. Obetumi Jina Radio Suka say, Mokwame Nkrumah. It's a mindset. It's a deliberate mindset. And it's not just that person. Nipa bebre bi dinichia. That is how they think. Or big bien and say Mokwame Nkrumah na. Say mat na wo ya or isolating a set not from Ghana. And I want to ask you. So big bien and say Mokwame Nkrumah na. One. I mention mutwi kasa. Say Napo bien and say Mokwame Nkrumah na. One. Ono Napo no ohun ne ho ene nkofo a omodwene te so no. Say Kwame Nkrumah ye Ghana ni te so mo. Enti automatically Napo ni omodwene te se Napo no, they don't see Kwame Nkrumah as a Ghanaian. They don't recognize anything Kwame Nkrumah does. And this all ye Ghana ni now respect Kwame Nkrumah, who believe in the steps of Kwame Nkrumah and his ideologies are. They see you as somebody who is opposite. Only omo embo. And into oyuzu some specific words. Mokwame Nkrumah no. Into automatically na dream no. There are a group of Ghana for omo no Napo ne nkofo no, they don't agree with. They don't see themselves to say omo ni omo ne tikuro baakum. Napo ne likes na omo dwene se Napo no, they see themselves omo omati omo. And into you see that word Mokwame Nkrumah. An adjective a distinguish omo from you. And they say obiaka say e woman and e woyen. Different things. Kwaya wo we uroma na wo say edua bia si bebi gina. And no na Napo ka kire. And Napo is young. So don't think say Napo enkwa na dwini say there are millions who think the way Napo thinks. They are older ones than Napo are omo dwene ti bia Napo dwene. It is when people have ideas like that, say let's build a nation together. Because idea that it's me and say anya media and shit. That's why we are here today. Say anya MPP dia, say MPP be free power there. Say Ghana say MPP to there, and the Ebema MPP say Ghana. That is where the mentality comes from. And it's not even though MPP say mine, you will nipe bu Ghana, ahemfo, asofo, nipe teacher you expect them to speak, they're not speaking because Ebeko go the enko Ghana. It is better Ghana goes down the drain. Because at the end of the day, from the beginning, it is us against them. Napo statement will make it dangerous. Say Napo copy a kurubiso and kubibu kuno. Telling you, me say Napo as small kind of occupy any of the African countries so and could be bonitimutu. Because there are some people who today can call themselves Ghanaians because of Kwame Nkrumah. Yeah. Whether Abroforo Kontemo or Man Kontemo, at the end of the day, you can represent yourself. So it does not change anything. So Abroforo Kontemo, Man Kontemo. At the end of the day, are you a Ghanaian? How did you become a Ghanaian? It was because Kwame Nkrumah Dems and the people who supported him led a generation to make us who we are, to be independent in life. The say freedom be free with sim. And freedom is not about obedi handcuffs egu nsemo. And as obi chichire watu demo. when somebody takes your dignity and your rights from you. It could be physical, it could be psychological. Ubetuma from so you're Ghanaians, now you're Ghanaian. And it is very empirical, very important. Say, when we talk about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and his contribution to Ghana, it's not just about being a leader. It is about what he represents. The shackles he represented or making sure say, it has broken psychologically. There are so many people working in South Africa who today are not confident enough to say they are South Africans because they don't know where they belong to. Even though nobody's chasing them with guns, they know the apartheid actually delves deep down in their heart. They don't know where they belong. Even though you call him a South African, he does not even feel he's a South African. It is that chain in your heart when it is broken. When you stay out of the country and you go back home, people kiss the ground. Not because they have not seen ground before. It is because that is where their umbilical cord is. That is where their soul is. Kofi Annan died in Europe. He was buried in Ghana. He has a reason. There is a reason why men want to go home and die. So when Kwame Nkrumah them take an initiative, and remember, Kwame Nkrumah, they didn't just get up to say, I want to do this. It was dangerous then. You could have lost your life then. Some people went to jail, but people went out there to see things. When Kwame Nkrumah them joined Martin Luther King, America, UK, what African Americans who had the same color as him, how they were being treated, even though they call themselves Americans, he realized that home is where you can have control over. He lived with Europeans, he lived with Americans, he lived with African Americans, how African Americans, even though they live in America, did not belong in America. How people were in pain. On paper, they're Americans, but in their hearts, they didn't know where they belong. These are some of the things that propelled Kwame Nkrumah them to come back home and say, this is where we belong. We can eat stones and die. So you, the white man, you have done enough. Leave and let us all try and fight our own battle. So it is not the physical fight. It is not people getting on the street. It is the emotional, psychological fight to make you believe that this is my territory. It is that emotional, physical, psychological belief. Like, here is where I am from. And that is what Nkrumah Dems fought for. It's a symbol. It's a belief. In Napo statement, don't take it lightly. There are people in this country that would love to see Ghana burn. They'll be fine with it. And tell Ghanaians and tell the world Yanka. Because from day one, they have always hated Ghanaians calling themselves Ghanaians and belonging to their own land. Napo is dangerous. And the likes of Napo, there are millions of them on the streets of Ghana. And Kwarani Penifo, they are there on the sidelines. They are waiting for that Ghana to shut down. That is why we all have to see this election. An election, a regular election. It's an election bringing back our second independence. Some people are dangerous in Ghana. Some people don't care. Some people wish this country went down because they did not represent Ghana. And we are not supposed to allow that. We are not supposed to allow that. We need to get these things right. The statement Napo made represent millions of Ghanaians. You don't know. Every day I see it, I listen to it, and I panic. Do you know why? There are millions of Ghana for they support Napo's statement. They are quiet. Because from day one, they have always not believed in Ghana. From day one, they have always wanted Ghana to go down. From day one, they have always wanted a day that people will rely on them and say, hey, Mukanyu, they have never been good people. Napo is dangerous. It's likes. Napo's likes. The people who support Napo behind the scenes, the people who are quiet, it is what was in their heart and an apokayano. Don't see Kwame Nkrumah as a human being, keke. See Kwame Nkrumah as the psychological pillar in your heart. Kwame Nkrumah was able to basically take us out of that. Massa, I have traveled a little bit. I'm telling you, I have traveled. There are people who live in countries where they were born and still don't belong there. I know what I'm telling you. There are people who have worked all their lives in countries, respective countries, but they still don't belong there. So for a Ghanaian to stand on a platform like that, not carrying someone Kwame Nkrumah, no. Hey, every single person should be worried. This party, this NPP, is dangerous. At this point, if Ghana goes down the drain, there are going to be millions who jubilate. I'm telling you. But it's up to you and I to save Ghana. At least in Nkrumah, they are born. But when you and I and all of us come together to do the right thing and choose the right leaders and bring back our democracy back to respect our constitution, we have all become Nkrumah. Nkrumah can be a whole group of people. Somebody has to do it. What I am doing here, somebody has to do it. Samanya also be here. Sometimes people ask me, what you are doing is dangerous. These people, they can do anything to you. You have family, you have friends. I said, somebody's got to do something. Somebody is got to do it. The same way Kwame Nkrumah, a young man in America, a study in UK, said somebody's got to do something. You think it was easy for him to just leave everything and say, I'm coming back to Ghana? He knew the consequences. He was in jail. His own friends betrayed him. People he trusted poisoned him. People wanted to take his life. But somebody's got to do it. Somebody has got to take a step. Somebody is got to commit himself or herself. Somebody has got to do something. I don't disrespect anybody. Then time will be a papa. I am a dad and I expect everybody to respect me the way I also have to respect people. But somebody is going to do something. We all cannot be perfect. We all cannot sit at home and fold our arms. We all cannot be the most educated person sitting back to let somebody dirty themselves. We all at a point have to be crazy. We all at a point have to be disciplined. We all at a point have to be human. And somebody has got to do what I'm doing. I can't do this for the next 10, 15 years. I can't. Even 5 years, I can't. But somebody has to take it from where? I will stop. I was set obiso ever free ho. Atamils had every good intention for Ghana. His life as a professor, everything was good. Ne papa no didn't go to school to go learn and become a big man and learn everything in Fantini. But somebody had to do something. He got to a point he said, I needed to serve. Atamils died as a poor man. J.J. Rollins died as a poor man. Kwame Nkrumah died as a poor man without any house. Somebody is going to do something. Want to be real for chicken? You can't. Ebi as a Sia na wotona Kevin minya for chicken Mary. You can't. You're a young man, I'm a young man. You're a young lady, you have friends. But somebody's got to speak. Somebody's got to talk to a friend and say, let us vote these people out. Somebody's got to take a step. When you hear of a demonstration, be part. When you hear of a discussion that will save this nation, be part. When you hear of a positive movement that will change lives positively, be part. You have nowhere to go. Some of us, we are lucky. You have other places to rely on. You have nowhere to go. Ghana is the only thing you have. Do not allow people to intimidate you. The right that person has, you have the same right. Be part of the movement. Be part of the conversation. When somebody says the Bank of Ghana is cheating us, our money is going, we want to peacefully demonstrate, be part of it. Don't kill a brother. Don't assault a brother. Let your voice be heard. When it comes to elections, go out there, vote. If you don't, you become a slave. You will be a slave in your own land. I'm telling you. Liberia form free Liberia Ebetra Bujumbura. There are so many of them among witness the war in Liberia. Those people who witness Bibriu. But do you know the funny thing? Omatina Ghana years upon years. Still, they don't see themselves as Ghanaians. As much as we have accommodated them, we have had kids with them. They've been in our rooms, we have been in their rooms, we have eaten with them. We call them brothers and sisters. In their heart, they belong in Liberia. That is where their soul is. Your soul is back there where you are sitting. You have nowhere to go. So you need to fight for your territory. Don't let some individuals intimidate you in your own land. Never. Somebody's got to do something, my friend. I was saying, Obiye BB, you have to be part. You can't also always fold your arms and think things will be better. Our numbers will call our freedom for us. Our numbers. I'm not going to go on with this budget nonsense. There's nothing in there. The catch the Ghana for. You drew a point where it's not about Dagati ni, Awune ni, Sisala ni, Dagomba ni, Asante ni, Fantini. You have gotten to that point where a Ghana. Hey, Yankopoma, every human being one more chance. At least I can speak from experience. God, Oma, every human being one chance. So Onyankopon etumi ama nipebia one chance. That means Onyame betuma ama omanbia one more chance. For some reason, 2016, John Mahama, he could have rigged the elections, beating people, forced the EC to call for him. For some reason, it didn't happen. 2016, John Mahama could have bulldozer his way through. NDC could have used the military, used the police, intimidate Charlotte Osei, and then this is what I'm pointing out. Force her to call the election for John Mahama. John Mahama will let the world know he won the elections. Obian to me foko. Nipa bewu. But for some reason, John Mahama had to leave office. For some reason, he had to leave. In the history of the Republic of Ghana, yenya a president or the opportunity to serve again in the history. And this is the time we need somebody who has seen it before to come and rescue this nation. Imagine, say today, where we are, we have people contesting for the presidency, president. Where this country is, they be attention, they do the division, the divisiveness, how religion, tribe, politics. Then you expect somebody who has not been commander-in-chief before to take over 2025 within a month. But God being so good, what we did not understand in 2016 is going to make sense the next 3 months. Because we need somebody who can enter that office and say, I have heard this before. I have seen this kind of human being before. I have basically gone through this before. Aha, landmines shaha. Aha, bomb bi shaha. Aha, insuo daha. Yenyina yemfaha. We need experienced hands. Somebody who has tasted blood and water and knows how it is. For 4 years to handle this nation. I swear to God. So just do the math and put things together. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Nyankopon on free heaven betuaba maye. But he can at least talk to us and let us believe, say, when we all come together, vote as a people, as humans. We are humans. We are not spirits. We can basically, at the end of the day, get our nation back. Or timing. I get it. I don't care. You don't like me, Kevin Didiatem. I don't give a heck. Your problem is your problem. My problem is my problem. So think about your problem. What is your problem? How do you want to solve it? Tifia Means platform tonight. They are live. Kevin Taylor, my official Facebook page. We are live tonight, and also Ghana News Thread. These are our affiliates. They helped us push tonight's show. Before I pick phone calls, okay? Oh, agenda no normal start now. You see, Kwame Sefakai, Ochina. You see this boy? Yes, on name with Deputy Finance Minister. At this point, maybe I'm no. So Ochina Opa, This same Kwame Sefakai, this boy will go and sit on Kukuruku. They will lie. Okay, this dirty boy, the whole country, we name of finance minister, deputy. You see how our muhumu Ochanopa, Sa Jimmy boy, we criminal boy, we call it Peace FM. And in Samuna, Kwame Sefakai him say Ayatrono. He is going to guide this stupid boy. I'm older than this foolish boy. Krom Forjan trainee boy. Today in Ghana, this is your deputy finance minister. Today in Ghana, this is your deputy finance minister. Monferry, are you not disgusted? This fool. In Tianopano, they have started the agenda, and these are the same journalists they used. Tell me Freku Fuado. So Ombra debate. Okotina Kwame Sefakai show so, and an Okan Kwasi Asem. This same Kwame Sefakai. Adiachi Niama Kwame Sefakai position our the NPA board. So Kwame Sefakai is taking $2 million a year. Into a channel part, what job is this fool going to do? He is going to protect his job. He is going to guide this boy to lie to our mothers. The problem of what Ghana no. Kwasia we name deputy finance minister. How? No be catch him say Dutch passport. I want for so check Ghana PhD. What it Ghana say move? Way. Baby amu way. Besi amabo. How to solve your problem? Way. I'm done with this thing. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Go ahead, Kasamitio.
Hello.
Make Kasamitio, boss.
Boss, good evening. I want to speak with Kevin Taylor. I'm watching his show and I want to call live.
Right, you are live. Go ahead.
All right. Mr. Kevin, my name is Benjamin Owu. And then I was in Cyprus. I've watched you on several occasions in the Republic of Cyprus. And this is my first time of calling your show.
All right.
Yes. This is going to be my first time of voting. The first time I've ever talked about Joma and Yemen to Abada. Never in my life. But because of education, church, and Bafulua, and I'm saying, okay, then this time let me give my shot and then vote for John Mahama. And one of the reasons is when I was in Cyprus, when my wife complaining about how taxes have been high, a lot of issues. I'm a landed Ghana, one of the most very kind of more. Kevin, we go to TV, get fund, levy, cover tax, then. On top of it all, if you have tax in the area, if you don't have a physical cash and you want to pay with a Momo, they charge you on top of it. Yeah. These are the issues that is driving me crazy. That is why I want to vote. So the moment I dropped down, I went straight to Ablekuma, Osrowosu constituencies. I went to get my voter's ID card, and this is going to be the first time I'm going to vote.
Thank you very much, boss. You are not making a mistake. I think you have taken the right decision. Try and tell other people that this is the best decision for them right now. I really appreciate your call. Thank you very much. All right. Okay. Hello, caller.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
If you have a call.
I thought the said the rule no. I'm saying that ye ni bia kama. Na me point sense ma for and as a Ghana for say. 6 match yeah Napo say Napo the say so what me see or so ko 6 match I see a shame or say a sacrifice no e wo Ghana the say 6 match Ghana Kwame kuma so ni pass there 6 match so ni pass man
yeah
and says we ben 6 match so we address that issue na kosa the said the rule e ko na sum 6 match say the as asante hin abandon every 6 match onye Ghana ni a 6 match no ka ho wonyi no ho firim na 6 match no Napo enka ho ne na busuafo nyina say bia 6 match no busi wa or see a show.
That's it. Thank you very much. All right. You'll be 5 minutes more to end today's show. Number and I was screening so no. Hello, caller. Hello.
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Kevin Taylor.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Watara Mahmoudani. Kevin.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin, long time. Kevin, how is it? Yeah, your friend is Captain Smart. Na only GJ is president. One say, asam deɛ sɛbi deɛ captain kan ɛna ɛyɛ ɔmo ya anaasɛ ɔmo efɛn sɛ ɛyɛ papa tietia na ɔmo president ɛna soma sɛ yɛma because efi ano captain ɔmba radio so wɔn sɛ ewiase no NPP fɔ no ɔmo ya ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo kyikyiri obiara egu n'akyi na ɔmo kyikyiri aka 4 months na election na so. I can just 4 months old. Just say, "Oh, you be ya. Oh, no, so. Oh, you no. And also, now we can Napo. We they are much so Napo nana. Your friends on one casabu shop won't say yes. Napo Jimmy win a much more or your queen for your friends for vice president for running it for a friends NPP. Napo. I also be lying in a shitalo.
Thank you very much, Rahim. Hello, caller. Hello,
boss. Good evening. How's it? Long time. This Upper East respondent.
Upper East regional correspondent Ibrahim. Everything is fine. Go ahead.
Okay, we thank God. Boss, I have some issues more to address it from here.
Ibrahim, address the issues.
I want to, yes, sir. I want to plead to our people for Upper East here. They have been roaming and they're giving money. They should collect 200 and food skirt and blood.
Ibrahim.
They were pleading. They shouldn't make mistake. They shouldn't make a mistake and their vote scatter brown. So we are pleading to them because what they are doing now, they are talking that they should vote your mama and vote the MP for them a candidate, and they don't want it that way because the way they are doing now, they want to make your mama on governor. Are you getting me?
I get you.
So I pleaded to. We cannot give them money because it's our own money. So they should collect and then we are pleading to them. They shouldn't do that skirt and blouse voting for us.
Thank you very much, Ibrahim.
All the Ghanaians.
Upper West regional correspondent Ibrahim. Upper West people, listen to
Hello.
me. Hello, caller.
Hello. Yeah, Kevin. Yama kwabo. Yes, we could do a home. Anyway, yama kwaba. Now, me question my seven say. Sankofu so mo nyansa. Sabi America ha you will road tolls the brain and taxes and so what was wrong to leave the road tolls no na musa year 11 I mean you see number brains and kwai you know enu ka na kebe boy debt no na muka so ya must say sike nyina no musa de sike esakose mu bi no what ya sabe na wo Nyasa bana won. I say mo de Ghana call reverse after the book to phone so aka ho. Oh, Kevin.
All right, thank you. Hello, caller. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
But I want to say.
You have a call.
The first time I'm Mr. Kevin, I'm say. Okay, yeah, and I need for MP for an agency electoral commission figures out the parliament. 2020 figures no any this year figures out the abano because
Andrew Mikasi we are still working on it until we will come back and do a full scale editorial on it for you. Why?
All right.
But I say thank you. Hello, caller. Hello. All right, my man here said caller we be fine. Hello, caller. Good evening. Hello. All right, we lost this caller. Went to engine also. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening.
It's you. Hello. Hello, caller. Hello. All right, we lost this caller. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Major also Casamitio.
Good evening. I'm a Kasapsi Tamala. I'm a firstly.
Okay, Tamale.
Tabi. Okay. Jumaya u born na muya Mari Pakro. U bo administrator say me chewa siansa na.
online no
over or can't say
yeah
and yamwa say
kasa
eh or say then nana government na abai say kankwa so entimin to ayi moko ma entimin to ayi nchene entimin to nsawa entibia if you want entimin to fertilizer sa no kan say nana government kankwa say kankwa sa no to adwumo no na mom ne ya mo wo ka ti say bia wo voting ma MPP wagime ne eyare na kwe ni hu ade bi wo social media ya wo so betima hu sa de no aboa ayi abechi anase adwan wo ba be tumi ye no hu se na na do picture ebo ayi pool so ana boa no o ura no obe tiwo timi tike ayi sa ayi poster no bi wo suru kura na bo na chisuru no ekiti poster ni na sa mure no na ye call yi election na nimpa binim di aduane no mu ekoto amasa wono na na ado no ti wo hwe sa moa no ni nimpa na omutu abo ayi no hwan na adwini anase hwan na wo nyansa because abo no sa tam ne ayegna ya gana moa omuncha anya nuani ndi binim wi ayi roba romu ana wo hu se ade we papa we na ma akomwe ewo man so no wo titi na wunimpa wo di aduani untimi endwin sa adin ne kese sa abo no chenwa wo betu